Hi everybody, my name is Angie Tiwari and welcome to day 3 of my 12 days of yoga challenge. Today in day 3 we will be exploring pranayama and I'm going to tell you a bit about what that word means. So come into a comfortable position first. You can be kneeling, you can be cross-legged. We do want you to be upright, so we want your spine to be nice and straight and chin slightly tucked. And when you get into your comfortable space, and you're sitting in that particular way, it just means that you're going to be a little bit more alert rather than being slouched down and kind of all crumpled in. We can be a bit more alert just from sitting upright, just from changing our posture, but also we create more space. So look, in my diaphragm, across the rib cage, in this whole part of the body, we are a lot more open and expansive. When we breathe, we can see that, as opposed to if we were trying to breathe expansively in this position. So we want to make sure we're nice and open. So let me start by telling you a little bit about the word pranayama, and it's broken down into two halves of that word. So you have the word prana, which means life force energy. It's this expansiveness within us that brings us life. The flow of prana throughout the body is something we should be aware of. And then yama is technique or tips. And so pranayama is ways that you can really control the prana in the body, and it's loosely translated to yogic breathing techniques. So various different forms of breathing and looking at how we can alter our breath to then alter the state of our mind. We can either relax ourselves if we feel really stressed, or we can energize ourselves if we feel really lethargic, or we can warm ourselves up if we're too cold, cool ourselves down if we're too warm. There's a whole host of things that we can do with the breath. It's a really, really powerful technique. So staying where you are in your comfortable position, making sure the hands are just placed on the lap, you can have the palms facing up. I'll just invite you to close your eyes just to settle in. Now we know what we're doing. Now we understand a bit more around the etymology of that Sanskrit word, where it's come from, what it means, and how we can actually take the meaning a little bit deeper, as opposed to just doing a breathing exercise without necessarily understanding why we're doing it. So take a few moments just to notice where your breath is at today. Where can you feel your breath? Can you notice where it comes in? How it moves through your body? And as it goes out. So really tuning in to that breath. Gentle flow of breath. And now we try and make the breath a bit deeper. Together, let's inhale and exhale. Breathe. Slow and steady. And those areas that I pointed out to you earlier that really become a bit more open from sitting up, from correcting our posture, just notice now if you breathe, can you really breathe into those parts and expand the prana, expand the breath into other parts of the body, not just the breath coming in through the nose and exiting through the nose. How can we get the breath to circulate every single cell within our body? Good. One more breath together. And exhale, release. And keep your eyes closed. If you didn't already have them closed, you're welcome to close them now. And I'll talk through what we'll be doing today. So we'll be focusing on a particular breathing technique that is going to energize us, make us feel more awake, more alert. And it's great if you just feel this dull sense of energy, if you struggle to get out of bed in the mornings, if you struggle to know what your purpose is in life. Firstly, that's okay if you feel like that. This is a breathing technique that is really going to energize and awaken and hopefully help you out to kind of shift those patterns of feeling dull and slow and actually give you a little bit more joy in life if that's what you're looking for. So we stay in that same position that we're in, elongated through the spine, sitting up tall, shoulders down and relaxed, still through the face. And we focus on exhaling through the nose. So the hands can stay where they are, but if it helps, you can place the hands on the belly. I feel a lot of people like to do that because they can really then feel what's going to happen in the stomach is that we are exhaling forcefully through the nose and the stomach is pulling up and in forcefully. I'm going to show you what it looks like. So you'll notice that I'm not really thinking about the inhalation. It is happening, I'm still breathing in, but all my focus is on that exhalation. And as I exhale sharply through the nose, my stomach's coming up and in. So this is actually a really good workout for our core muscles, for our abdominals. Not only that, but it's also a form of kriya, which is a cleansing practice. So it cleanses our internal organs as well, especially if you have any gut health issues, bloating, gas. This is something that's really good for that. And I want you to not worry so much about the inhalation, as I mentioned, that will happen. But I do want you to try and focus on the only part of the body moving is not the shoulders, it's just the belly. So often what I see is, and the whole body wants to move because it's a little dance that you're doing, kind of. But I really want you to focus on keeping everything else still, relaxed. Hands on belly if you like. And I'll show you from the side as well. So you can see what it looks like. Now, if that feels too fast, you can slow it down. You don't have to be doing it as fast as me, okay? So it could be a bit like this. Okay? Have a little try, have a little play around. I'm not going into the full exercise just yet. I'm just explaining it, talking through some of the benefits. Now, this practice is called Kapalbhati Pranayama. And that translates as, so that second word you know, pranayam, that the techniques to alter the prana, the life force, loosely translated as the yogic breathing techniques. So you know that pranayam. Kapalbhati pranayam. Kapalbhati literally translates as skull shining. So we're coming to the prefrontal cortex up top in our forehead and really shining a light out of that. So some people notice that they feel really light in their bodies. Some people notice that they can see like a white light. You might not experience any of that. You may experience something different. It doesn't matter, but that's the translation of what it means. This ancient yogic breathing technique. So now you know what you're doing. Hopefully you've had a little bit of time to play around with it. And we're going to start with the practice now. So make sure that we check in with our posture. We check in with our alignment. Hands can be on the lower belly to help if you like, or you can just rest them on top of your thighs. Close your eyes if you feel safe and comfortable to do so. And when you're ready, let's begin. And then when you feel you'd like to stop, just come back to breathing in and out through your nose. Notice any sensations, any changes in the body, any differences in your mind. Try to keep the eyes closed for this. We are going to go into one more round again. So just do whatever you need to do to recuperate. If you need to have any little bit of movement, shaking out the hands, twists in the body, you're welcome to do so. And then we're going to come into one more round. And again, don't worry about going as fast as I am. You can go faster than me or you can go slower than me. Take it in your own time. And if at any point you need to stop because you need to take a big breath in, you can do so. So the most important thing is that we listen to how we're feeling in the very moment and act accordingly. When you're ready, let's begin for the second round. Big breath in through the nose. Huge breath out through the mouth, let go. And then blink the eyes open and come back to the room. Take a few moments here. Take some time to really check in on how you feel. Notice if you do feel any differences. Maybe write them down. Maybe do one more round if you'd like to explore it deeper. And again, if you liked this video, please make sure that you give it a like. Share your comments, share your experience with me. I would love to understand more about how it was for you. And if you're not already subscribed, make sure that you subscribe so you can see what is coming up and all the videos as soon as they are published. Thank you for joining me for day 3. Tomorrow we have day 4. I won't share what we're doing, but it's a really interesting one. So I really hope you join me for it. I know you're going to enjoy it. And I'll see you in the next class.